Hello guys, today I'm going to be addressing a lot of things that have been in the comments of my videos for the last 6 months as best as I can, and I just really feel like this is needed on my channel. I don't want this to be one of those like dramatic YouTuber videos, which it probably is, where it's like a dramatic title, sitting in your car, getting serious. I just don't want that ick or that pressure on this video. I feel the most safe in here. I feel like I can FaceTime anyone in here, and that's what I want this to feel like. I feel like I can scream, cry, vent. Whenever I want to have a heart-to-heart with a friend, I pick up a friend, we put them in the passenger seat, and we just park and we talk. And that's what I want this to be like. I feel safe in this car. You know, I wasn't lying when I put out the song Alone in My Car. And you know what's weird? I've never vlogged in this car, just a sit-down video, and I kind of want this to become a normal thing. This is me just catching up with you guys and answering some questions that I feel in my heart that I want to answer. You know, I started YouTube at a really young age, like literally like 10 years ago. I was 17, I'm 27. And a lot has changed, and a lot changes in a person when you grow up 10 years. When you're 17, you are just an open book. There's not as much sophistication when you're 17 because there's not much to be sophisticated about. But from now to then, life has obviously changed a lot for me. I've changed a lot. I know how that can appear so confusing to people that have been following me for literally 10 years, no matter when you started watching me. But I think the last 6 months, there has been actually the most questions that I've ever seen in my comments. So we're just gonna get right into it. So I have my phone. I took some screenshots of some of the most frequently asked comments. Okay, so I guess the elephant in the room, the one that I can't ignore, is the Nate comment. So the comment says, "Where's Nate? Look, I know people will say it's none of our business and that we shouldn't feel entitled to know. I know we know, but she did share her relationship with Nate to us, and out of nowhere, poof, nothing. We don't need the detail, but we do need the truth. We got so used to seeing Nate in the relationship that we want to know what happened. Every video I watch, someone is asking the same thing and she never responds. Influencers say they show their lives to us and that's their job, but when it comes to stuff like this, they're all of a sudden quiet about it. I feel like we should feel closer to them and would be more understanding of what they're going through if they actually told us." So, I've also seen comments outside of that comment saying, Niki is being secretive to push her music. Niki and Gabby were being secretive about their relationships to push their music. I'm gonna say right now that it has actually made my life very hard. I relied on being an open book on my channel. I relied on my personal life. And as of the last 6 months, I haven't been able to rely on my personal life. It's been actually very hard. It's been very challenging, and I have not chosen this because I have an ulterior motive. Sorry, I'm in my apartment parking lot. I actually think my music would do better if I was more honest and you guys knew what was going on in my life. I think nothing good comes from secrets. I think people feel better when they're just living their truth loud and proud. And the reason I haven't opened up is because my life and what I put out there online to this big platform, it affects other people. If I was just thinking about myself, I would just be saying everything right now. But everyone affected in my personal life right now, I love so deeply and I care about, and I'm actually aware of what I put out online now. The reason I'm not opening up is because I will hurt other people involved. I feel like I'm trying to protect people. I'm comfortable being online. I'm comfortable giving it all out there, but other people aren't. The comment said it's as simple as answering a question, but goddamn, I wish it was. Because it's not that simple. It's actually complicated, especially when everyone in your life isn't a public figure and you're like the only public figure with your twin sister. The state of my relationship with Nate is that we love each other so deeply. We're in each other's lives daily. And that comment that I read, it made it feel like to me that things have to be black or they have to be white. But there's a gray area of life. Like there's a gray and there's a lot of unknown and there's a lot of processes, and I believe I'm in a very gray area of my life. And like I said, I'm used to airing out my dirty laundry. I'm used to giving every detail about my life out there and relying on that for my job. It's easy to do that when life is black or white. But when you're in a gray area, it's challenging. And I'm figuring things out. I hope that's a good answer for you guys. I know I'm probably gonna still get comments on this channel saying, being annoyed with me, and I can't control that. but I also do know that as much as I love my job and as much as I love you guys, because trust me, I think about you guys every day. I literally live for you guys, live for this channel, live for my job. But as much as I have this much passion about all this, I love so deeply the people in my life and I feel protective. That's something that I'm learning about myself. I'm learning that, you know, I used to think it was my career or nothing. And now I'm realizing I care about my personal life maybe even more than my career, which is like a first for me because I feel like you guys have followed me for years. I'm a very intense person. I'm very extreme. I work really hard. I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be amazing, and I want to know what I'm doing at all times. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm being tested. I feel like the universe is saying, you can be in a gray area, Nikki. And I think this is hard for the type of personality I have. And I really think I'm growing from this. I really, really do. And I see a difference in myself. I'm learning not to spiral out of control. I'm learning not to spiral. I'm learning not to react. I'm learning not to pressure myself or pressure people into needing answers. I'm learning to just be and trying to roll with it and trying to roll with life. Which leads me into the next comment, the house. Are you still moving into the house, Nikki? What's going on with the house? As far as the house goes, I'm still moving into the house. I definitely did have a period around March where I genuinely didn't know if I was going to move forward with it. And that's the truth. I think that comes from my anxiety. I think that something I've noticed is it's really, really hard for me to feel at home. You guys saw me move to LA and try LA, move back home, move back to LA. I'm constantly trying to feel like I'm at home. I never really felt like I was at home in a space until I got this apartment. At first, I didn't love the apartment though. I loved the apartment after quarantine, after I was forced to pause and get used to living in this space, and I had the time to make it my own. I redid everything. I made the glam suite. I redid my living room. I made it very Nikki. You know, I started my music career in that apartment. I actually learned how to self-love in that apartment. I came out in that apartment. That apartment has so many milestones in it. If you're happy somewhere, why change it? And that was like, you know, my mindset. I think at first I was really excited about the house, and then all of a sudden I started realizing, oh wait, that means I have to leave this happy place. Like when I think of what makes me happy, I think of my career and you guys, and I think of the people in my life, and I think of that apartment. And I'm realizing, you know, I've had this career for a decade. I edited every Nikki and Gabby video for 7 out of the 10 years we've been running that channel. You guys know I've worked so hard. And what made me go forward with the house in the first place was seeing my hard work concrete in front of me. Like being able to touch it and being like, I deserve this. I work really fucking hard. And it's scary to grow. It's scary because I love the house. It's beautiful. It's almost done. I'll give you guys an empty house tour soon. But, you know, there was an unknown point when I wasn't able to walk in it yet, where I was like, am I doing the right thing? Because I'm building the house. So when I couldn't walk in it and when it wasn't finished or close to being finished, I was very unsure. I started having some cold feet. And then as of recent, every time I've been having anxiety about the house, I walk into it and I realize this feels like my house. This is right. You know, I don't deal with change well. And that's another reason I can't be completely open 100%. I'm not good at dealing with change, and I'm trying. I'm trying really hard, and I'm actually pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I know when I made the house video, I said me and Nate, we're getting the house together. I showed the pictures of us signing it. I do have to address that. A part of my cold feet was that I also realized I'm not engaged, I'm not married, I'm not planning on doing that anytime soon. That is not my focus. I'm not even thinking about it. I loved the idea of owning it with someone. I do have major codependency problems. You know, being a twin, I find that I cling to people in LA and I want to do everything with people in LA, the same people over and over again. And then same with here in PA. I feel like, you know, I did cling to Nate so hard and I couldn't even picture owning a house myself. I thought, no, you have to own it with Gabby or with Nate. You can't, like, I just had this major codependency problem, which is something I've really been trying to heal really badly. I've been really trying to heal my codependency. As much as we all want things to be black or white in life, again, the house became another gray area because I had good intentions with going in on the house with Nate, but then I backed up a second and I realized, well, it's not that simple. We're not married. We're not engaged. it could get messy. The more I started to get involved in the real estate process and learning about real estate and learning about mortgages and learning about down payments, and the more I started learning about what goes into owning a house, period, I started to get more educated, and it helped me be able to make better decisions regarding the house. It's not that simple. If anything, it's complicated, and it could get messy, and that's not sexy, but that's life. And I just learned you can love people while also looking out for yourself. And that's something that I didn't know was a thing. I thought if you love someone, you have to be selfless. Love is selfless. Love is kind. I'm thinking about that quote from A Walk to Remember. Like, love is selfless, but especially when you're making big decisions in your 20s and you've been running a business for 10 years, it's really important to look out for yourself. The move hasn't even started yet, and it's been very stressful. Like, just a lot of emotions, a lot of trying to organize and plan, and I'm not an organized person. And as soon as it's time to move, and as soon as I'm ready, I will involve you guys in every detail of the process of moving and show you guys my entire transparent life the same way I did when I went on tour, which I'm really excited about because I love showing you guys things I'm going through. I don't want my personal life problems or relationship status to overshadow such a monumental point in my life and on this channel. I'm going to be a first-time homeowner and moving into a house. Niki moving into a house. The Niki that couldn't find happiness. The Niki that couldn't find a city or town to live in. The Niki that was just a lost little soul, just like looking for happiness in the wrong things. That Niki bought a house and is moving into it. That's a big deal. I'm so excited, scared, a little emo because I don't want to leave this apartment, but I'm so ready to just share this experience with you guys because I'm an open book. I am sure. Actually, I am positive that when I'm comfortable, I will know when I'm ready to just start giving some more story times. Start, talking about my experiences. But until then, I'm gonna just focus on other things I'm going through because we're still going through a lot, guys. I'm still going through a lot outside of relationships. I want to make a video talking about things that I've never shared about being an independent artist. I want to do more, sharing more about my experiences and more about my life, but keeping the stuff that's a little too close to home that affects other people, keeping that a little bit out of it for right now. I could go on and on, but I feel like we're just catching up, and I really felt like this was needed. I am dressed to go film Niki and Gabby. We're doing a video. I do want to tease it. We're doing a what's in my bag video with a twist. I'm not going to say what the twist is, but this is the bag I've been using. I am going to LA in 2 days. By the time this video is up, I'm probably traveling to LA. You guys will get LA vlogs. I love you guys so much. I love being able to update you guys. I actually do feel better. I feel like I got some things off my chest. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. This was a good talk. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.